There's a quiet change that happens for many men as they move past 50 and into their 60s, 70s, and beyond. It's not a sudden event, but a gradual softening of life's edges. The energy to tackle a garden project might wane. The motivation to get up and go can feel a little harder to find. Muscle strength may not be what it once was, and the sharpness of your thinking can feel just a bit duller. For decades, we've been told this is just an inevitable part of aging. But a growing body of research suggests that a simple, everyday habit, one that many of us were taught was healthy, is a significant contributor to this decline. It's a habit that directly undermines the very hormone responsible for vigor, strength, and vitality, testosterone. Today, we're not going to talk about expensive supplements or grueling workouts. We are going to uncover this single, common dietary pattern, explain precisely how it works against your body, and lay out simple, practical steps you can take, starting with your very next meal, to reclaim your hormonal health. This is about understanding your body, not fighting it. Hello, and welcome. I'm Dr. Daniel Bennett, and my work is dedicated to helping you navigate the science of healthy aging with clarity and confidence. It's a privilege to share this time with you. If you believe that your health in your 60s and beyond deserves calm, credible, and science-backed guidance, I invite you to join our community. A simple click on the subscribe button means you'll always have a trusted place to turn for answers. We're glad to have you here. Let's begin with the foundation. The single biggest mistake quietly sabotaging testosterone levels in men over 50 is the fear of dietary fat and cholesterol. For over 40 years, we were part of a massive public health experiment that told us to avoid fat at all costs. We switched to low-fat yogurt, skinless chicken, and egg white omelets, believing we were protecting our hearts. While the intention was good, we were inadvertently starving our bodies of the single most important raw material needed to produce testosterone. To understand why, we need to look at how your body actually makes it. Think of your body as a highly sophisticated factory. This factory produces many things, but one of its premium products is testosterone. Now, every factory needs raw materials delivered to the assembly line. For testosterone and all other steroid hormones like cortisol and vitamin D, the primary raw material is cholesterol. Your body can't make testosterone out of protein. It can't make it out of carbohydrates. It can only be synthesized from cholesterol molecules. When you adopt a very low-fat, low-cholesterol diet, you are essentially telling the delivery trucks to stop bringing the necessary supplies to the factory. The production line slows down, and over time, it can begin to shut down. This isn't just theory. Multiple studies, including a significant meta-analysis published in the Journal of Steroid Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, have shown a clear link between low-fat diets and lower total and free testosterone levels in men. The effect isn't usually dramatic overnight, but a slow, persistent erosion over months and years that coincides with symptoms we often just blame on age. You might feel a little more tired in the afternoon, or notice it's harder to maintain muscle even if you're staying active. It's the body making a difficult choice. With limited resources, it prioritizes immediate survival functions over long-term vitality. So what is the solution? It is not to start eating fried foods and processed snacks. The key is to reintroduce healthy fats and cholesterol-rich whole foods. The most powerful and straightforward first step is to bring back whole eggs. For years, the egg yolk was demonized because of its cholesterol content. We now understand that for most people, dietary cholesterol has a very minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels. Your liver is the primary regulator of cholesterol in your blood, and it simply produces less when you consume more from healthy food sources. Aim for 2 to 3 whole eggs several times a week. The yolk contains not just the cholesterol your body needs as a building block. but also choline for brain health, vitamin D, and other crucial micronutrients. Scramble them in a little bit of real butter or extra virgin olive oil, not a processed vegetable oil spray. This simple change provides your body with the high-quality, essential materials it needs to run its hormonal assembly line efficiently. If you are under a doctor's care for familial hypercholesterolemia or have been specifically advised to limit dietary cholesterol, please continue to follow their guidance. For the vast majority of us, however, the egg is a powerhouse of hormonal support. You may notice, after a few weeks, a subtle but steady improvement in your baseline energy levels throughout the day. Now, providing the raw materials is the first crucial step. But even if the building blocks are there, your body needs specific tools to assemble them correctly. This brings us to the second way a low-fat diet undermines your health. It blocks the absorption of critical fat-soluble vitamins. Your body relies on a team of vitamins to function, and they fall into two categories: water-soluble, like vitamin C and the B vitamins, and fat-soluble, which are vitamins A, D, E, and K. Think of it like this. The water-soluble vitamins can just dissolve in your bloodstream and travel freely wherever they need to go. But the fat-soluble vitamins are different. They need a special transport system. They cannot be absorbed from your intestine into your bloodstream without the presence of dietary fat. The mechanism is quite elegant. When you eat a meal containing fat, it signals your gallbladder to release bile into your small intestine. Bile acts like a detergent, breaking down the large fat globules into tiny droplets. These tiny droplets then form special packages called micelles, which act as little transport pods. They pick up the fat-soluble vitamins from your food and ferry them across the intestinal wall into your system. Without enough fat in the meal, this process grinds to a halt. The vitamins are present in the food, but your body simply can't access them. They pass through your system unabsorbed. Why does this matter for testosterone? Because these vitamins are not just passive helpers. They are essential cofactors and signaling molecules in hormone production. Vitamin D, in particular, functions almost like a hormone itself. Numerous studies have shown a strong correlation between healthy vitamin D levels and healthy testosterone levels. It appears to improve the efficiency of the testes and may reduce the conversion of testosterone into estrogen. Vitamins A and E act as powerful antioxidants, protecting the sensitive cells in the testes from oxidative stress, a form of cellular damage that can impair their function. The solution here is wonderfully simple. Pair your vitamins with fat. If you're having a large salad full of leafy greens, rich in vitamin K, and colorful vegetables, rich in vitamin A precursors, a low-fat or fat-free dressing is one of the worst things you can put on it. You are literally preventing yourself from absorbing the goodness. Instead, make your own simple vinaigrette with 2 parts extra virgin olive oil to 1 part vinegar. This healthy fat ensures all those valuable nutrients make it into your body where they can do their job. If you're eating steamed sweet potatoes or carrots, add a generous pat of real butter or a drizzle of olive oil. If you take a vitamin D supplement, always take it with a meal that contains some healthy fat, like avocado, a handful of nuts, or those whole eggs we just talked about. It's also wise to know your vitamin D level. A simple blood test from your doctor can tell you if you're deficient, which is incredibly common, especially in older adults and those in northern latitudes. A typical healthy range is considered to be between 30 to 60 nanograms per milliliter, Ing/ml. If you are low, your doctor can recommend an appropriate supplementation dose, usually between 1,000 and 4,000 IU per day. By ensuring you're not just eating but absorbing these key vitamins, you're providing the essential tools your body's factory needs to work efficiently, which often translates into better mood, a stronger immune system, and more robust hormonal health. If this way of explaining things makes sense to you, a quick tap on the subscribe button ensures you won't miss our next video, where we'll tackle common myths about blood pressure. This brings us to a crucial point of clarification. It's not just about eating more fat, it's about eating the right kinds of fat. The third way we can inadvertently harm our hormone levels is by consuming an excess of the wrong fats, which drives chronic, low-grade inflammation. Imagine your body has an internal fire department, your immune system. When you get an injury or an infection, the fire department rushes to the scene, creating acute, temporary inflammation to deal with the problem. This is healthy and normal. However, certain lifestyle factors, especially diet, can create a situation where small fires are constantly breaking out all over your body. This is chronic inflammation. The fire department is always on, sirens blaring, and the body is in a constant state of low-level emergency. When your body is in this emergency state, it shifts its priorities. It diverts resources away from long-term projects like building muscle, maintaining bone density, and producing adequate levels of sex hormones. It's focused on putting out fires, not on building and thriving. Research published in journals like the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism has shown a direct inverse relationship. As markers of inflammation go up, testosterone levels tend to go down. The inflammatory signals directly suppress the function of the hormone-producing cells in the testes and interfere with the brain signals that tell them to get to work. The primary dietary drivers of this chronic inflammation are highly processed industrial seed oils, like soybean, corn, cottonseed, and canola oil, and artificial trans fats. These fats are high in omega-6 fatty acids which, when consumed in excess and out of balance with anti-inflammatory omega-3s, can promote an inflammatory state. They are unstable, oxidize easily when heated, and are found in nearly all processed foods, from crackers and cookies to commercial salad dressings and fried foods. The solution is a simple swap. The goal is to shift the balance of fats in your diet away from the pro-inflammatory and toward the anti-inflammatory. First, make extra virgin olive oil your primary oil for cooking at low to medium temperatures and for dressings. It's rich in monounsaturated fats and polyphenol that actively fight inflammation. For higher heat cooking, avocado oil or coconut oil are stable and excellent choices. Second, actively increase your intake of omega-3 fatty acids, which are powerfully anti-inflammatory. The best source is fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines. Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week. A simple 4-ounce serving of salmon can provide over 2,000 milligrams of omega-3s. If you don't eat fish, high-quality fish oil or algae-based omega-3 supplements are a good alternative, but always speak to your doctor first, especially if you are on blood-thinning medication. Other great sources of anti-inflammatory fats include walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds. A handful of walnuts as a snack or a tablespoon of ground flaxseed in your morning oatmeal can make a significant difference. And this is a good moment to bust a common myth: the idea that all saturated fat is inherently bad for you. The narrative is slowly changing as the science evolves. We're learning to distinguish between the source of the fat. The saturated fat found naturally in a whole food like an egg, a piece of high-quality meat, or unrefined coconut oil behaves very differently in the body than the industrial saturated and trans fats combined with refined flour and sugar in a commercial donut or pastry. Your body needs some saturated fat. It's a key component of cell membranes and, yes, a precursor for hormone production. The key is moderation and choosing sources from whole, unprocessed foods. By making these simple swaps, you're not just supporting your hormones, you're calming your entire system, which can lead to reduced joint pain, better cardiovascular health, and improved clarity of mind. Finally, there's one more layer to this, and it's about the overall message your diet sends to your brain. The fourth way a fear of fat can harm testosterone is by leading to chronic and unintentional calorie restriction, signaling a state of famine to your body. Your entire hormonal system is regulated by a command and control center in your brain, primarily involving the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. Think of this as the body's senior management team. They constantly monitor the state of the body, asking, do we have enough energy and resources to thrive? Is it safe to invest in long-term projects like reproduction, muscle building, and high-level vitality? When you consistently undereat, especially when you cut out fat, which is the most calorie-dense macronutrient, the energy supply dwindles. The management team in your brain receives a stark message. There is a famine. Resources are scarce. We must go into conservation mode. In response, it begins to shut down or scale back what it deems to be non-essential operations. And from a purely survivalist perspective, robust testosterone production is a biological luxury, not an immediate necessity. The brain reduces the signals it sends to the testes, and hormone production declines as a protective measure to conserve energy. This is why very lean endurance athletes or individuals on extreme weight loss diets often experience significant drops in their testosterone levels. For many older men who are simply trying to eat healthy by following outdated low-fat advice, they may be putting themselves in a mild but chronic caloric deficit without even realizing it. They feel they are eating enough because their volume of food is high, lots of salads and vegetables, but the energy density is too low to support optimal function. You might find that you lose weight, but you also lose vitality along with it. The solution is to focus on nutrient density and ensuring you are eating enough to fuel your body. This isn't about overeating or counting every calorie. It's about building balanced, satisfying meals. Every plate should have three key components: a quality source of protein, like fish, poultry, or legumes; a healthy source of fat, like avocado, olive oil, or nuts; and a source of high fiber, complex carbohydrates, like sweet potatoes, quinoa, or a wide variety of vegetables. This combination provides sustained energy, keeps you full, and sends a signal of abundance and safety to your brain's control center. It tells the management team, all is well. We have plenty of resources. You can run all systems at full capacity. A practical step is to add a source of healthy fat to each of your main meals. Add half an avocado to your lunch salad. Add a tablespoon of olive oil to your steamed vegetables at dinner. Have a small handful of almonds or walnuts as a mid-afternoon snack instead of a low-fat rice cake. These small additions can make a profound difference in the overall energy signaling within your body. If you are trying to manage your weight, it's far more effective to focus on removing empty calories from sugar and refined starches than it is to remove healthy fats. Nourishing your body adequately is the foundation upon which all other aspects of health are built. When you do this, you might not just see an improvement in hormone-related symptoms, but you'll also likely feel more satisfied after meals, have fewer cravings, and experience more stable energy levels from morning to night. The journey to better health after 60 is not about radical overhauls or chasing the latest trend. It is about understanding how your body works and making small, consistent, intelligent choices that support its natural wisdom. Releasing the old fear of fat and intentionally reintroducing healthy fats and cholesterol-rich whole foods is one of the most powerful levers you can pull to support your hormonal health, energy, and overall vitality. Remember, every small step you take is a vote for your own well-being. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. This isn't a race. It's about feeling a little bit better, a little bit stronger day by day. If this conversation was helpful to you, please consider giving it a like. It truly helps others in our community find this calm and credible guidance. I would be genuinely interested to hear your thoughts in the comments. Perhaps you could share one healthy fat you plan to incorporate more of this week. Thank you for investing this time in your health. Until we meet again, be well.